It's Friday, and I've put together a quick recap of all my trades from this week, including today's Jackson Hole action. After the recap, I'll show you whether my funded account managed to climb out of the trailing drawdown, and we'll go over the weekly stats. All right, so here are my stats for this week. I'm pretty happy with it. The win rate's high. We have 83% win rate. Average winner $194, average loser $160, and I'm up $800 this week. If I can keep that up, then I'll be ecstatic. Like, that's $800 a week is awesome. I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't be happy with it for very long before thinking I should add on another account or two more accounts. But if I can just get consistent with this, then I can think about scaling up. Here are my stats for the 2 weeks that I've been trading the funded accounts. I've traded it for 9 days so far. These I like a bit better. The win rate's lower at 71%. But what I'm liking here is that the average winner is $226 and the average loser is $172. So that's reflecting my 1.5 to 1 risk to reward. So I'm really glad that I decided, because before I was doing only 1 to 1. And I'm happy I decided, and I realized like I can push this to 1.5 on it, and that's been working out so far. So definitely gonna stick with that. And next week, and I'm actually up $50 past the $1,500 drawdown. So next week, I'm really gonna have to focus on discipline and just staying on track with that and not getting the idea of a payout in my head, because with Take Profit Trader, you can take daily payouts. They're through PayPal if you want, which is easier in Canada, I think, than the other ones. Um, yeah, so it's basically like anything beyond that $1,500, you can take it out. If it's less than $250 that you're taking out, they charge you $50 for doing that. So yeah, basically more than $250 on there, you can take it. Okay, enough with that. Yeah, next week the focus has to be back on discipline and holding for my TPs. I looked at it and it's like, it doesn't seem like a big deal at the time, but the 2 times that I did it this week, it cost me $300. So that would have been a payout. I could have taken a payout today if I had held for my full TPs. So that's a bit annoying. What I'm happy with this week is that when I was going to trade 6 minutes before news, I scaled down to 1 micro and decided I'll take my actual trade after the news. And then I'm also happy that today on the Jackson Hole stuff, I stayed out. 2 A-longs set up before Powell's speech, and both of them I stayed out. I just was like, I'm not getting into anything until this press conference or whatever is finished with. Both of them would have lost. So I'm glad that I decided to pay attention to the news that was happening and stay out. And then I finally took that trade. I was listening, and I think it was during his Q&A, and I was just like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, I wanted to wait until he was done talking. But then I just thought, like, I don't know how long he's going to go on, and this is my setup, so I'm taking it. I took it, TP'd early, should have held, but whatever. Good enough. I'm happy. I made $800 this week, and my funded account is looking pretty good. And this is the definitely of all the funded accounts I've had, over 20 of them over the years, this one has been by far the best start and the most relaxed and disciplined with it. So I'm happy. I hope you had a good trading week. If you like the video, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. And if you think that your discipline could use some work, then join me on my 60-day discipline challenge. Honestly, I don't know where I am in it. I think I'm like day 23 or something. I only passed the challenge 2 days this week, but I didn't have any major screw ups. Like, I didn't have any days where I went on tilt, where I took random trades. So I'm happy with the progress. Next week, I'd like to get discipline wins on all the days. So we'll see how I manage to do with that. All right. Thanks for watching. And thanks so much for commenting. And I really appreciate all of the feedback. It's been great. Yeah. I'll see you Monday, and I hope you have a good weekend.